Hello, Merrimack families. Just a couple quick things today as for the end of my week or end of the week message. I just want to kind of touch on a few things now that we've had students in the building for the last couple of weeks. I just want to kind of give a couple quick reminders about that, about how that's been going, but then also a few things coming up for our orientations this week as we get ready for third, fourth, and fifth graders to come back, parent teacher conferences. Like I said, just a few things we're asking for a little bit of help with. So it's been great having our kids back in the building. They've been doing a fantastic job. We've seen, our students coming in and kind of getting more comfortable quicker than what we probably possibly could have imagined. So just want to thank you for everything you've done to help us get our kids back in the building and help with that transition. And like I said, it's been very good. Just a couple things as we are doing, especially around dismissal as we're getting ready for that. Carpool, we are asking that just as always, that we make sure that you please stay in your vehicles. We ask that people not get out of their vehicles. One, it's a safety thing. Two, it's a time issue as we look to kind of get the kids in the car and in and everybody out as quickly as possible so that we can have a pretty long line, especially as our third, fourth, and fifth graders begin to join us. So please make sure that you're staying in your vehicle. Two, I know if you can, we do ask that students, if possible, can get out on the side of the curb and not on the side that will be open to traffic. I know some people may have car seats or other things that are on that side, and it may mean moving some things around a little bit inside the car. But we do not want students exiting a car and potentially in the line of other cars. So if you could make sure that any student who's exiting your vehicle is on the side of the curb, that would be fantastic. And finally, I do know, like I said, some parents, some students are still learning to use their buckles and use the things in their seats. Given that we are trying to keep down contact, and some of the staff member that is out there may not be able to open your car door and help your child out. Like I said, just in order to kind of keep down some of the contact that we would be having with students and with others. So if you can work with your child to help them practice how to get their seat belt off or whatever they may need so they can get out quicker, that would be the best. And finally, if you are coming through carpool, if you could please, for the safety of all of our students, for other vehicles, and also just for expediency, if you could make sure that you're not using your cell phone when you're in our carpool line, that would be fantastic. So we are, working through a few things, especially with regards to carpool, around making sure we have enough space for all the students. And, as we see our third, fourth, and fifth graders coming back and we realize how much space we may need, there will be adjustments that are made throughout this as we kind of work to kind of get those processes down. So, but any help you can provide us with regards to helping make this as smooth and safe as possible would be great. So, thank you for that with regards to carpool. The other piece with the end of the day, and again, this is going to be more as we get all of our students back, but the playgrounds are going to be closed. I know, the playgrounds are popular before and after school, but right now, in order to keep down social, in order to keep social distancing, avoid crowds, and to kind of keep everybody safe, the playgrounds will be closed from 8 until 5 every day that school is in session. They are open generally for the community and for everybody else, but during the school days from 8 until 5, the playgrounds will be closed. So at the end of the day, even after you picked your child up, we are asking that you please go ahead and leave. And that way, that because we will have kids zone students still there that need to have access to the playground. And again, it's about keeping down contact throughout the day. The other thing is just a quick reminder that even though it may not be school there able to be mandating it, there is still the expectation, according to St. Louis County guidelines, that people are wearing masks when they're on playgrounds and playing. So we do ask that you try to remember to wear your masks and all of those things if you are coming up and using our playground, be it on the weekend or after 5 o'clock. So please make sure that you're remembering to wear those masks. So those are just a couple of quick reminders, especially around dismissal and some things to kind of get used to that are changes in processes. As again, this week, we are excited about having our third, fourth, and fifth graders start coming for their orientations. There should be a bit of information that you guys have received this morning from me, and then you'll also be hearing from your classroom teachers fairly soon with some additional information more specific to your child's classroom. So we are excited to see them, and they will all be joining us on October the 26th. Just one final piece from me, just a reminder. Originally, on our original calendar, next week was supposed to be conference week, but that has been changed as we are been welcoming students back in the building. We want to give more time for all students to be here before we have conferences. Parent-teacher conferences will be virtual, and they are now going to be held the week of November 9th. So they are actually scheduled sometime between November 10th through the 13th. You should be getting a Sign Up Genius by the end of next week, where you'll be able to sign up for the parent-teacher conference for your child. But again, that's going to take place on November 10th through the 13th. So we look forward to having all of those things set up. And again, it's a change from the original calendar, which would have had the conferences next week. But we've done this to accommodate having the teachers back in the building, giving them some time for the kids to come in before we have the conferences. So I hope all that makes sense. Just want to say thank you again for all of your support, for all of your flexibility, and for everything you're doing to help make this transition as smooth as possible. Please let me know if you need anything else, and have a great weekend.